The beautiful thing about the short group of guys is it's not that they go over and above, but their normal standard is over and above. They're all young guys who are enthusiastic and keen and sort of get what you want out of your experience with a boat. So when I asked questions, they came up with the answers that were easy for me to understand. When I knew I wanted a new boat, I didn't know exactly what I wanted, and I had a friend of mine that had been doing a bit of research on boats, and I rang him up and said, what would be the best boat that I could buy that's a great fishing boat and with a little bit of luxury? And he just immediately said Grady-White. My name's David Epper and I'm on a Grady-White 330 Express. Well, I had two boats in actual fact. I had a fishing boat and a bigger, more luxurious boat. And I figured you can't be in two boats at the same time. So I worked out that I just need one boat. So I wanted one that was good for fishing, I wanted one that was suitable for me to go out by myself if I wanted to, and I wanted one that was comfortable if we wanted to spend a night on the boat with my family, and this one ticked all the boxes. It's very user friendly. You don't have to be a super sailor or a captain to drive the boat. Everything's at your fingertips and it's just beautifully made. It's very, very safe, it's wide, it's easy to manoeuvre, and when you go out on a boat you want to be comfortable. You don't want to be out there thinking, you know, I've got to come back now, I've got to park the boat, and your whole day's spoiled with the last hour of your boating experience worrying about trying to park the boat. Whereas with the Grady-White, or this one in particular, it's just you end up with a beautiful day and a great experience. We like just going and finding a place somewhere in Sydney Harbour and putting the anchor down and just having lunch. We cook a barbecue, we'll have a fish, we'll go for a paddle board. We just spend pretty much a whole day out here, and it's just a great way of spending a weekend day. If ever I've had a problem, which is very rare, but from time to time an alarm will go off, which is me setting it off, nothing to do with the boat. I ring them up and say, what does this mean? And they handle that very, very quickly. They will, not that I've needed this, they'll come and rescue me if I needed to be rescued, but I don't think you need to be rescued in Grady-White, to be honest, but that's a part of their service. They're just very courteous and good people to do business with. And then I met Sam for the first time, explained to him what it was that I was after. We went through a couple of boats that he had here. I saw smaller boats and bigger boats, then went for a quick drive in this one, and I figured that was probably the one that's most suitable for me, so I bought it. You know, they understand what the person who wants to buy a boat or needs the servicing of a boat requires, and they'll do everything in their power to make sure that you're satisfied. Sometimes you ask a question and people give you an answer that's straight out of a textbook. These people didn't. They gave me an answer that I understood, because I'm not, as I said before, I'm not the greatest boat person in the world, but I wanted to get it in layman's terms, and they care. As simple as that. The name of this boat is called The Last One, and it's called The Last One because maybe it'll be the last boat that I buy. Not because I'm not going to live for a long time, but because of the fact that I've owned many, many boats, and this one's been the best by a long way, and there's no need for me to own any other boat other than this one.